Hi to Pisces, and welcome to your Messages from the Universe reading. So we're going to be pulling some cards from the fairies, pulling some cards from the star seeds, and then using the tarot to see what messages the universe has for you just now. So just asking the fairies, what messages do you have for Pisces? I'm going to be looking at the blocks that you've got and any guidance that it can give you to working through these. What messages do the fairies have for Pisces? What messages and guidance do the fairies have for Pisces? So we have pregnancy, so not to scare some of you away straight away, it's just also to say that pregnancy is very much about birth in general. So the birth of a child brings great blessings to you in the world. So for some of you it could be that this is to do with pregnancy or upsets to do with fertility. For a lot of you this is the fairies coming to talk to you about growth in general. So it can be the birth of yourself, so don't automatically think that it's to do with pregnancy or pregnant, and if you're worried about being pregnant, the fairies are very much here to take away fears. So this is very much about looking within and growing and allowing also the female energy within you. So we all have male and female energy within us at any given time, and with the male energy being more of our actions and the female being more of our inner work. So with the male being outwards and the female being inwards, this is very much about being inwards and looking at where you need to grow or what you'd like to grow in your life. And the fairies are also urging you to recognise it. It's a real safe time to grow. It's a real safe time for things to change in your life, but very much on the inner side of you to allow that growth to happen. So it could be that some of you are starting to do inner work or child work. It can also be very much, yes, to do with shadow work and looking at the inner child. So just pulling a card from let's come out quick, from the Starseed Oracle, we have the empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So this is reminding you that sometimes we can be over empathetic. We can sometimes have so much empathy for other people that we start to take on energies which actually aren't meant for us. They're not actually part of our journey. And when we absorb that things that aren't ours, we're then processing energies and negative aspects from other people which actually aren't actually be doing us any good. So there is this slight nudge that potentially something has been stopping you from growth or even pregnancy, but it's stopping your inner work is the fact that you are taking on the negative aspects of other people. So it might not just be other people, it can also be environment. So if you're living in an environment which has a negative energy, not necessarily from the people, again it could be that it's very, very noisy or whatever it is, but there's something in you that your soul family and the star seeds are asking you to be really recognizing. What are you taking on which isn't yours? What is potentially surrounding you just now which is stopping you from growing? So moving into the tarot, we'll be looking at your energy as it is at the moment, your thoughts and your feelings, what might be sabotaging you and blocking you, messages from the universe, and potential outcomes. So for your energy we have the Lovers. So that's a beautiful card to be in, but it feels then that whatever this, if you are in, it feels less about an environment which might be taking on the negative with others, but it's about you and other people. It's about your growth. It's about how you're working with a partnership in some way. So this might not just be one person you're working with, and it might be the partnership with you and an actual organisation as such, but very much on your mind just now is how are you working with somebody else? How balanced is a partnership? And I think also this is very much now looking at the male and female energy, and it does feel as if for a lot of you you've been almost putting so much emphasis on action and making things happen outwardly that you've kind of neglected this inner work, this inner child work that you might be needing to do. So there could be, for a lot of you, this is urging you to look at what you need to heal within yourself before you move forward, what needs to grow inwards, what inner child nurturing could you be doing just now, and really showing love towards before you start moving forward and making decisions in your outside world. So welcome back to anyone who subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit the subscription button. It's completely free, but it really helps the channel grow. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll hear when more videos come out. And if you'd like a personal reading, there's details below about that. If you enjoy the reading, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear how you find it, and do share the video as well. So looking at how is Pisces feeling? What are they thinking and feeling about this situation just now, this partnership, this energy imbalance? We have the Page of Wands in reverse. So there is definitely this stunted aspect. You're at a place where you're recognising that something needs to pause. This action energy that you've had needs to stop a little bit, so you can work out what you need to heal to move on, what you need to look at before you can fully carry on growing. So you are recognising that there is a pause in a journey and reflection, inner reflection needed before any more forward growth or outward growth can really happen. So what is blocking Pisces right now? What's stopping Pisces from being in touch with their female energy, from growing? So we have the Devil card. So there is some toxic actions which have been blocking you. Now this could be actions from yourself, but when we've got this card here talking about absorbing what is not yours, this comes across as, and the message that the universe are giving you is that there is a person or a people or an environment which is stopping a pregnancy, a growth, a partnership. It's having a very negative effect, or you're taking on someone's toxicity. So if you're around someone who's always negative all the time, then you can start to feel negative. If they're putting you down, it can be making you feel negative. And again, as I say, if it's noisy or it's a dirty environment, whatever it is something that you're absorbing, and that is really stopping you from being able to heal something in your past or to really grow. So what messages does the universe have for Pisces? So we have the King of Cups in reverse as being your advice. Now, it's any advice that you're getting is always going to be based on free will, of course. So all the universe can do is bring you messages, and then how you then take those messages forward is where your free will come in. So we'll get an outcome for, if you're able to take the advice from the universe, the advice from the starseeds and the fairies, these three messages, what's the potential outcome? Well, that's a beautiful outcome. So you have the Two of Wands. So we'll take some clarification on all of these in a moment, but just looking at where we are just now. So we're being blocked, or Pisces is being blocked in some way by some negative aspect, some toxic part of your environment or the people you're with or a partnership that you're in that is stopping you being able to grow in whichever way it applies for you for growing. So if it is to do with pregnancy, there's something negative in the environment which could be stopping that. If it's to do with your inner growth, there is something negative in your environment which is doing that. And it feels very much, actually, for a lot of you, it's going to be with another person. And with the King of Cups upside down, it is asking you to look at who in your life or what in your life is stopping your love from flowing. It really is asking you that now is the time to really identify what this toxic aspect is, because you will not be able to change anything. So again, you can stay exactly where you are and find the contentment and the path that you want within it. But if you want this growth to happen, you are being asked to really look at what this negative aspect, what is it which is taking the love away from your world. It could be that someone's actually very manipulative. This is often the manipulator. So it's asking you to be aware that there could be somebody in your environment who, maybe not even on purpose, but they are bringing you down. So it is time And this King of Cups is almost looking at this devil here, and it's saying, well, what is this? Until you can recognise this, the universe is saying you have to recognise and really identify, what are you taking on which isn't yours? What people around you are making you, not making you, no one can make you do anything, what people around you are creating a feeling of toxicity in you. And if you're able to identify this, it feels very much that this natural healing is going to happen. It feels that actually the main thing that you need to be doing is identifying and truly admitting to yourself what is toxic in your life, who is toxic in your life, what aspects and parts of your environment or your lifestyle are really toxic in your life. And once you've done that, it feels like this inner child healing is going to happen very quickly when you stop taking on something which actually isn't yours to take on. And once you've done that with this Two of Wands, this is always a really lovely card. It's for a lot of the twos, it's choices and crossroads. This one is very much more like the beginning, the birth of new ideas, new directions. And here you have the Page of Wands, who is in reverse, which is stopping you from moving forward. His eyes are covered, he can't move forward, and he's stuck, he can't start on his new journey. And if you're able to recognise what it is which you're taking on which isn't yours, this new journey is going to happen quite easily. And I think this new journey is going to be this inner work, your feminine energy being able to become more balanced. So how you take care of your inner self, your inner works, your emotional body, that will be able to be very easily worked through, and you'll start on that quite an exciting new journey, it feels. And it also feels like different people are going to come into your life who will bring growth, actually. So if you're able to find out what's toxic in your life, you'll also start to recognise what your true needs are and the kind of people that can help you grow. And I think this is really urging that to trust that the right people will come into your life, the right people will join you, the right people will give you the opportunities to grow. So support is just around the corner, there's changes just around the corner once you've recognised what it is that is draining you. What are you absorbing, which it feels like you've absorbed it from a very good reason. It's come from a place of love. Do you know what I mean? It's not that someone's throwing something at you and you're taking it on. Some of you it might be, but it's because you've been so empathetic, you've allowed someone's negativity to bring you down, or you've allowed an environment to bring you down. So we're going to get some clarification on these cards here to see what other messages the universe wants to bring for Pisces. So just some clarification on this Page of Wands in reverse, some clarification. And we have the Ace of Cups. So having literally just said that all of this is coming from a place of love, it doesn't feel as if anything, it feels as if this journey, this growth, this ability to grow, whatever's happened, the reason you've allowed it to happen is from a complete place of love. So it could be that you love someone very dearly, so you're trying to support them and their negative energy is bringing you down. It could be that you love your lifestyle, you love something. Whatever this toxic thing is, it's come from a place of love. It's not been thrown at you in a very negative way. It's grown from somewhere which was supposed to be loving. It's come from not bad intention, but it has stopped your journey from moving forward. So just some more information, some more messages about what is blocking Pisces just now. What is this toxic energy about? What is stopping Pisces from being able to move into this feminine energy, this period of growth, this healing period of growth? What is stopping Pisces just now from moving into this energy? What is stopping? And some of these things you might be completely aware of. Often our blockages we are aware of, but some of them can be very, we can almost be so used to it, or coming from so much from a place of empathy and love, that we don't even notice that actually to be that empathetic and to be that loving is detrimental to our own well-being. We have the Six of Cups. It just reiterates what's going on here. It does feel that this loving support that you've given for somebody, that this loving action that you've given towards someone, that you've then neglected your own growth from in some way has come from a very pure place. It's not come from a negative place. It's not happened. It's not been put there. But it does mean that you're stuck in this nostalgia. So it could be that you don't want to change something in your life because you're so used to it. It's been there for so long. It's so established. It could be that it's something from your childhood that you've had since, you've had this blockage since a child, that you've always been absorbing what others do. You've always put other people's needs in front of you. You've never allowed true partnerships to happen where it's both of you working together. You've always, it does feel that this is again, it's not coming from a harsh, nasty place. It's just coming from a very soft place that you're now needing to change. You're coming into that part of your life that is now ready just to grow and start looking after your own needs, and it's time to grow. It's time to heal whatever hurt you from your childhood. I keep getting this pull towards it being about the inner child, very much the rebirthing of the inner child. It's time to revisit something from your past that was born in love but damaged you in some way. I hope that makes sense for some of you. That's just the words I'm getting. It was born in love. So it could be that it was something when you were, as I say, actually from the family when you were a child. And often a lot of the inner child healing that we do when we're grown-ups, it's never been intentionally hurt when we were children, but because parents have, they're dealing, as a parent myself, you're dealing with your own issues, and sometimes you don't necessarily realise what you're projecting onto your child or the pain they might be giving. So it wasn't done in the malicious way. Whatever this is that you've taken on wasn't done in a malicious way, but it is time to go back and heal something which is very deep-rooted, very much from your childhood. It's time to clear some toxic stuff from your past. Just asking for some more messages with the King of Cups. I'm also getting the message very much so that whatever it is that hurt you in the past, or this something toxic which has come into your life, it's very much to do with the male energy. When I say male energy, it doesn't mean a man. It means the male energy, the actioning energy. For some of you, it will be a man, regardless what your gender is, but it's very much their action, that something has happened to you or something is happening to somebody else, and the toxicity, the negativity which is coming off from that is the energy that you're absorbing even. So just some more messages for the King of Cups. Messages from the universe, please. Messages that you have. So we have Temperance coming out here, which is a really, really beautiful card. And then we'll just get a final outcome card here for Pisces. Final outcome card for Pisces, just clarifying the Two of Wands. Wonderful. Six of Wands. Well, those two are a match made there. That's beautiful. So I think this Temperance card is very much talking about this balance again. The Temperance is very much about this yin and yang, this hot and cold energy, which for me is very much the female-male energy. This is about coming back into balance in your life, recognising what inner parts have been neglected, what emotional healing you need to do so you can balance off how you live your life in the actioning way and how you live your inner world. It's finding that balance. You really are being pushed towards that healing, that inner child healing is really, this is the perfect time. And the reason the cards will be coming at this time is that for whatever reason, your life situation will be giving the opportunities to do that healing, whether or not it's someone coming into your life who's able to help you with it, or it's a period of rest from something that is giving you the time that you can actually take time to potentially meditate, go inwards, find out more about shadow work, or whatever it is that you're going to do this healing, so you can get back to growing and being more balanced with your male and female energy. And if you're able to do this, if you're able to take these messages, to be not taking on things that aren't yours, to be allowing this healing, to balance the male and the female, and to allow that inner growth to happen, the conclusions that you have the potential of moving towards is this Six of Wands with this Two of Wands. So we've spoken about how this is the new beginnings, starting new journeys and new growth. And this Six of Wands here, and especially in this pack, is very much about being triumphant, rising yourself above, and this feels not like you're rising yourself above others here. This feels like you were just rising yourself rising yourself into this place where you're feeling really quite strong. You can see how he's ready here to move forward, and not galloping forward as such, but they're just feeling really confident and relaxed and ready to start to feel triumphant somewhere. It's a real successful card. So if you're feeling daunted by the idea of inner healing or inner work or any of the energy kind of terms which are being used here, this is really telling you that you will be guided, you will be supported, you will be helped through this. Everything that you need to feel triumphant and to be triumphant and to be successful in igniting the feminine passion within you, that feminine energy, that inner emotional well-being will be handed to you. So it's just trusting in that. So I hope that's been useful. Please leave a comment and like if it has been. Don't forget to hit the subscription button. As I say, it's completely free, and hit the notification bell so you can hear when more videos come out. And if you'd like a personal reading, there's information down below. Thank you.